Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí YouTube. Orúkọ mi ni Tolulope Olujobi. Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ràn láti ní lórí YouTube channel mi. Ẹ káàbọ̀, ẹ káàbọ̀, ẹ káàbọ̀. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's so good to be here again. I hope that we had a wonderful week. So I have no explanation for what you saw at the beginning of this video. You should be able to tell from my name that I'm Yoruba, right? I grew up in Nigeria. I lived in Lagos at a time. Then my parents and I and my siblings, we eventually moved to Ogun State, where we reside now. But the battle I have with speaking Yoruba, I do not understand it. Yoruba is my native language, right? You would expect that I do absolutely well, or I'm very fluent in speaking, but it's just a struggle. And to be honest, I'm not bothered because there are a host of others out there like me in my shoes. If you are part of us, just let me know. And if you are part of the people that always insult us because you feel like you're a guru in this Yoruba speaking business, you're on your own. They know they use Yoruba speaking collect money for bank. Yes, I said it. They know they use collect money for bank. Not just Yoruba speaking, but those of us that do not know how to speak our native language, they know they use and collect money for banks. So if you are part of the people that have been yabbing us, blah blah, this, that, this, yeah, on your own. Anyways, guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad to have you here. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Tolulope Olujobi, and on this channel I film on God, relationships, and lifestyle. All right, without wasting much time, let's jump right into today's video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about self-awareness, and I just have a background story to this which I would like to share before I proceed. I remember when I just finished secondary school. Yes, I spent about a year between secondary school and the university before I gained admission into the university. Yeah, I did not take JAM immediately, right? If you're in Nigeria, you know what JAM is. If you are not in Nigeria, JAM is like an entrance examination that is compulsory into the university. It's a national exam that you have to write before you get into the university. And at that time, I was taking lessons so that I could do well at JAM when I eventually wrote it, right? So the person that was teaching us, the person that was taking us the lessons at that time, I was just a teenager, so I was growing and maturing, right? She called me and said that she noticed that I am too aware of myself and that it wasn't a good thing and that I should stop it because it wasn't good. You know, she did not exactly give me so much details into why I shouldn't do it or why it wasn't good. She just asked me to stop, that I am too aware of myself. And then I began to think. At that time I was just a teenager, right? And that, if you know, or if you observe, yeah, teenage years is your formative years. Whatever you take in at your teenage years is majorly what you grow up with, except when you begin to grow, you now deliberately begin to unlearn some things. But if that's not the case, your teenage years are your formative years. That's when you learn majority of the things that you know. So I you know, was learning at that time, and she told me that I should not be self-aware. I didn't know what that was at that time, but I was like, okay, no problem. Since she was way older than me, she is way older than me, and you know the way it is now, especially in this part of the world, you have to respect people and all of that. So I presumed that, or I assumed that she had a better opinion. So I said, okay, no problem. I wasn't going to be self-aware. And I think that to some extent that just helped me to draw myself into a shell and not want to put out who I was at that time, to others, because somebody had told me that I am too self-aware and that I should not be. I'm thinking about it now. I don't think I was actually, because I'm a very introverted person, right? I hardly relate with people and all of that. And I don't know if that is what she meant as being self-aware at that time. But I know that it just took me back into my shell. If I was trying to relate at that time, what she had said just brought me back. So for me to remember this at this age now, you know that had some impact on me and who I eventually became. So she said that, and I began to think about it later on while I am grown, and I have more knowledge now. And I began to say that what this woman told me at that time is not the right information. Is not what should have been. As a matter of fact, if she had known better, I think that she should have encouraged me and probably put me in the right path if she noticed that I wasn't doing it in the proper way. So let's talk about self-awareness. What exactly is self-awareness and why is self-awareness important? Now, self-awareness is just basically knowing who you are, right? Getting to know what you stand for, the things that you love, the things that you want to do. And majority of people think that they are actually aware of themselves, but if you begin to ask people, if you just say to somebody, who are you? What are your values? What do you stand for? What do you think is important? You find out that a lot of people would just probably draw back, or they do not have the immediate information because they do not exactly know at the top of their head who they are and what they stand for and the things that they want to do. Now, majority of people just say, oh, I have passion for this, I have passion for that, and that's it. But they do not exactly define who they are. So being self-aware is deliberately defining who you are. What are my values? What do I stand for? And if you know these things, it just helps you to be a lot better. You are not somebody that would stand for anything or fall for anything. You will know what you stand for, and you will not be able to take what every dictum and Harry says to you, right? So self-awareness is important. So I'm going to be starting from who you are. Knowing who you are. Knowing who you are is basically defining your values. What are my values? What do I want to be known for? What do I stand for? When people hear the name Tolulope Olujobi, what are the things that I want them to associate my name with? Right? Okay, so we can bring this down to your personal values first. I know a lot of people will say, okay, this is what I want to be, in my career. This is what I want to achieve in career. This is what I want to achieve in ministry. If you are in ministry, this is what I want to achieve. We have different sectors. So a lot of people have goals as regards in relation to those sectors. But I'm talking about personally. What are your personal values? What do you want to be known for? All right. Okay, so building your personal values or defining your personal values should take, you should take some time to do that. Now, how do you define your personal values? First and foremost, go into your closet or go to a quiet place. Go to somewhere where you know that you can think and meditate. A lot of people think that meditation is overrated, but I think that meditation is what best results, right? You are not able to bring forth results if you do not exactly take some time to think and meditate on the things that you are doing. the things that you want to do, and the things that you eventually will do, right? So that's like past, present, and future. Okay, so meditation is important. Meditation is key. All right, so take some time to meditate. What are the things that I have done in the past that has brought me here? What are the things that I have enjoyed doing? What are the values that when I did them, I was proud of myself that I did them? What are the things that I am proud of so far? What are the things that I would like to see in my work, in my personal growth? What are the things that I would like to see going forward? Okay, so for instance, one of your values can be excellence. I want people to say that whenever they hear of Tolulope Olujobi, she's just an excellent person. When she does something, or when she says something, or whatever outcome, whatever result we see from what she does is always so excellent. Your value can be integrity. I want to be known for doing exactly what I say. I want to be a man of my word. I want to be a woman of my word. When I say this, I want to be able to live up to that. And from there, you can say, okay, because of this, I'm going to be diligent, because for me to be able to live up to what I say, it means that a lot of times I have to do a lot of work, right? So I'm going to be diligent. This is going to be my personal value. So self-awareness is knowing who you are, building a structure around who you are. And you see that when you do this, you would make significant progress from what you used to be to where you are going, or to who you are. So if we want to make significant progress, we have to take some time to reflect and build our values around these areas. So guys, that is one of the ways where self-awareness comes to play, building your personal values. All right, I'm going to be talking about self-awareness also, as a form of being aware of our physical self, our physical makeup, so to say. Yes, okay, that is your appearance. And I believe that this is I don't know, because I wouldn't want to assume, but I believe that this is what that woman meant at the time that she said that I was self-aware. And take into notes, just like I said before, I was a teenager, so I probably might have been aware of my body changes that were happening with me, at that time, and all of those. But it wasn't, I don't think that it wasn't any reason, or it wasn't a reason for her to tell me not to be self-aware. Now, probably it's the language. I don't want to assume, because like I said, I don't exactly know what was on her mind at that time. All right, so let me go back to what I was saying, and that is being self-aware, knowing your physical components, and being able to be in control. Yes, that's the word. Being able to be in control of your physical appearance and who you are on the outside. Before, when I talked about your personal values, that is who you are on the inside. Now I want to talk about who you are on the outside. As we grow, as we mature, especially if you are a teenager, if you are a youth and you are watching this video, it's just important that you take into cognizance how you appear physically. Now, they say that how you appear or how you dress is how you are going to be addressed. Well, I wouldn't exactly say how you dress. It is how you appear, right? Because you may not exactly be, how do I say this now? You may not exactly be exquisitely dressed. You may just be casually dressed, and it may be so nice. But then when you go into a room with so much confidence, they just know that, oh, this person knows what she's doing. And there are a lot of times when many people are just casually dressed, but when you hear them speak, or when you hear them, when you see them do a certain thing, you just see that, oh, this person, has this attribute. Okay, so your physical appearance, your physical makeup. Okay, so it's important that we take note of how we look whenever we go out, or wherever we, wherever we are. It's important to note how you look. And it's not just when you go out, it's also when you are in your house. I remember growing up, I don't know, it's just something that I have in my head, right? And it's just something that I took note of because I used to hear it a lot. They used to say that when women get married, they usually tie wrappers around their chest. And sorry, it's so funny. They usually tie wrappers around their chest and walk around the house. Where did that come from? Where? So consciously growing up, I already told myself that I wasn't going to be that lady. I was not going to be the lady that would be, or I'm not going to be the lady that would be tying wrapper and walking around the house and all of that. So it just consciously built a dress pattern for me around the house. So even if I'm in the house and I'm not going anywhere, I don't think I have wrappers. I don't know if wrappers are still a thing for this generation, right? But it's not just something that I have or I'm going to do, right? Okay. So being self-aware, right? Taking into notes how you look when you are indoors and outdoor, right? That's what being self-aware physically has to do with. Okay, so just take into cognizance what you wear, how you appear, wear perfumes, wear deodorants, wear body spray when you need to ensure that you look good. I'm not going to be going into details with that. I'm not going to be saying, oh, don't wear pattern on pattern, don't wear, this pattern on pattern is even a thing, right? If you combine it to right, so no go wear stripe and polka dots. You say Tolulope Olujobi say pattern on pattern is a thing. No be so. Okay, so just ensure that when you step into a place, whatever you are wearing can command confidence and respect, right? Confidence and respect. Lastly, being self-aware, I'm going to be talking about knowing who you are. And this is not just about your values. Who are you? What were you called to do? What are you supposed to be doing on the earth? Now you can bring career into this or ministry into this as it will be. What are you supposed to be doing? What sector do you fit into, right? Doing this or discovering this takes some, like I said before, some form of meditation and also a lot of prayers, because we were sent to the earth. We were not just we did not just drop on the earth, right? We were sent here. In other words, it means that when we were sent with an assignment. Okay, we came to fulfill a particular purpose. We are just like electric fans that were created that came with a manual. So there is a prescription on how we should go. There's a prescription on how we should do things. Okay, so I'm going to recommend that you read my book, Understanding Your Calling, in order to understand. Okay, I just said understanding your calling in order to understand, but that's exactly what it is. In order to understand how you should discover what you are supposed to do, how you should discover your calling. So I hope that you have learned something from this video and that you will be able to put it to work. If you have learned how to define your personal values and you would like to share with me, or you would like to go over them with me, please feel free to do so. My name is the Global Tolu on Instagram, so you can always reach out to me on Instagram. Also, my email address is olujobitolulope@gmail.com. I am going to respond to you as soon as I see that. Feel free to share this video. Did I just say feel free to? Please share this video. Please share this video with your friends and family and your enemies. Let them know that I have a word for them here on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Please like And if you are yet to subscribe, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Why have you not clicked on that button? Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. I'm going to be back here soon. Bye.